Y'all excited? I'm excited. Gonna play some Oxygen Not Included. I'm Kay, and we need some water. So I'm gonna do something really dumb, and we're going to open up the floodgates. Currently, it has 115,000 kilograms. That's 115 blocks. That is insane. Here goes. What was that? Oh! Oh! A single drop of water that expands. And it's still going up. The rush of water. It's starting to go down now. I actually would have thought that it would have flown a little bit faster. I mean, it is going pretty quick. But I do think that it would have flown a little bit faster. That was fun enough. Go ahead and lock those back up. Oh, this is completely packed now. Not to mention this water is very hot. Probably going to take a while for it to cool down. That might not have been one of my best ideas. Well, now we got plenty of fresh water. Does seem to heat up the air pretty good. Let's see if these Wheezeworts do their job. Pull everything back down. Alright, we need to get our stress under control. It's getting a little ridiculous. Everybody gets a day off and free massage. So as you can see, we're running low on fertilizer. It hasn't really affected our food level yet, but we are running low on fertilizer. You also will notice that I've got a lot of oxygen in my base now. Well, not a lot, but a good amount. I've started purifying the polluted oxygen, scrubbing all the carbon dioxide in the base. All the carbon dioxide that was around the entire biome over here, as well as going up the slide for the steam vents and geysers. I've almost got all that sucked out. So trying to get rid of this area that's in here. Not necessarily, that may not be realistic. But I'm not that worried. Now they can at least be down here and be able to breathe. Gotta figure out what to do with the polluted water area. I do have our hydrogen trap working. Once again, we have one of these shiny things where water comes out of it every once in a while. And then all of a sudden it will start taking damage. Don't really understand what's going on. I've destroyed it, I've rebuilt it, Some of the blocks I've destroyed and they've been like water behind them or ice behind them. I'm like, oh, there's a buried object, and as it melts, it takes damage. The only problem is, since this is on the edge, if I get rid of that, it's going to allow all this polluted oxygen to pour in. And now that I've gotten this to be completely hydrogen, I want it that way. I've started cooling it down. I have some areas around 20 degrees and other areas around 50. So it will take a while to get this to like minus 200, but we should eventually get there. And once that's there, we can pump in like chlorine or whatever, and it should completely and utterly turn it into a salad. Freeze it on up. I did build a little valve so that if we do get a little overpressurization, I can just close that off, as well as I built these out of mesh. So unless someone throws up right where the fridge is, this valvage, or inside here, we shouldn't get any polluted water inside here. Oh, I guess it would if... Alright, I'm going to have to fix that. Because, yeah, if they throw up anywhere on here, it could pour it in the middle. So what we can do is we can actually fix that. Let's reverse this. Let's make the mesh tiles on the outside. There we go. So that should work a little bit better. We'll have the issue with the base being too hot. I went ahead and... Oh, one's already made. So I dug out a little bit area just so I can get some regular voxels. I could plant one of these weasel warts, and that should help cool down the base. I think 2 should do pretty good. Give it a couple cycles. As you can see, yeah. These seem to be cooling down this area. Now, if that's going to factor into over here, let's hope. I do have the vent here, and that's putting out air that's in the 40 degrees. But it doesn't seem to have enough cooling effect for a large area. So my air conditioner idea doesn't seem to really be working. Maybe if I had multiple of them, it would work. Or maybe if I had multiple of these, really cool it down. I can put 2 of these gas pumps on one pipe. So the question is, maybe that would be the better way, is just to grab another gas pipe. Don't know. As you can see, we are putting water into our base. I'm trying to figure out where it's from. I thought it was from our little area up here, but we're actually dripping water from nowhere. Like, water is just appearing and dripping on us. These are all solid blocks up here. This is a solid block. None of the ice right here looks like it's melting. And yet it just keeps dropping water. But it's not coming from a block. It's coming from just the middle of air. Very odd. Very strange. Well, we have our hydrogen that's starting to cool down. Got the top part around, it ranges, but about, I would round it to about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the bottom's around 58, 59 degrees. So eventually we'll be able to start cooling this down. The biggest issue I'm having right now is just overpressurization. I want to open this door, but I'm concerned that oxygen is going to pour in there instead of let hydrogen out. Like, we could just go ahead and open it, see what happens. I did destroy a couple tiles here, as well as sweep up the water that was there, or mop up the water. Yeah, we let oxygen in there. Alright, well, what we can do, since we do have oxygen in there, we are letting some hydrogen out, but not very much. I need this pump to go non-stop. What we can do is we can do it another way. We can go ahead and build a gas filter. And basically do it this way. Oh, it seems to be working pretty good. And we still have some oxygen that needs to filter through. We'll eventually get that out. There we go. All right, be right back. All right. So a little bit time's gone by. We're on cycle 369. So far we have our hydrogen area. At the coldest area is 10 degrees. At the warmest area is just shy of 40. So it's coming down. We've expanded the base a little higher. That has completely solved the hydrogen situation, for the hydrogen getting trapped over here. That also allows me to build a little taller of a little area. Gone ahead and we've built a few more beds. So I think it's time to go ahead and see if we can get some more people in our base. We've got Devon, bottomless stomach. This is an early bird, that's kind of nice. But Hassan, and they can't cook, a whole bunch more plus traits, and still an early bird. Yeah, you're the winner. That gives us a total of 11 people. We have gotten rid of majority of the polluted oxygen that's around our base. I've still got some carbon dioxide here and there that's trapped. Trying to get the last little bit that's inside of our water trap. Got to do something about the carbon dioxide in the polluted water area. But that just means I need to build another generator or gas pump. Right now we can go ahead and turn that. Water is slowly going down. I don't believe it's time for us to open up the floodgates again. I mean, we've got a good amount of flood here and a good amount here. The one that's over the third connected geyser, this is completely filled. I don't believe the water goes any higher than when it's past the geyser. We have started building our stairway to the edge of the map. Hopefully the surface. I don't know. I mean, we're going pretty high and I can still scroll off screen, so... Let's go ahead and start digging some more. That will hit us a polluted water pocket, as well as we'll probably get this one get a little damaged too. I have a little trap here collecting some of the water. That way it doesn't flood the base anymore, so let's go ahead and make sure this is cleaned out. Probably still gonna overflow it. I was trying to figure out, see if we could get rid of some of the polluted oxygen that's filling up the rest of this area. I don't know if there's one little deodorizer is going to do it though. We may want to build a couple more. I mean, I got plenty of clay. And we've hit the water. And it will be overflowing unless they start hopping it like right this second. Oh, it's overflowing. All right, well, I'll fix all this. Until next time, have fun.